and welcome to a clan update. It's been quite some time since I actually done an official clan update. It's normally the previous updates have been very like two subject things and under 10 minutes. I normally just call updates that are under 10 minutes just updates, especially if they don't focus on the channel in particular. Like as is, most of the updates have been on me and streaming and that kind of thing. So really, this is going to be a clan update for more intensively about what the channel's progress so far. And that's what I think clan updates are going to be from now on. I'm going to change that. The clan updates are going to be reporting on the channel. Like, how is the channel doing, and where we're aiming at, and also what I have planned, and that kind of thing. Firstly, I got to thank you all, because we are growing closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers. We're still a few hundred away from it, but I always have saying I'll never hit it, and you've always proved me wrong. So I'm going to say this right now: we're going to hit 2,000 subscribers eventually. I don't care if it's at the end of the year or in the next 2 months. I know we're going to hit it because yous have never let me down so far. Yous have always given me that little bit of hope that this channel can be something more than just a hobby, and yous keep me going doing it. So thank you for that. And I wouldn't be where I am now with this channel if it wasn't for yous. So I got to thank you for that. I know I've said it 1,000 times, but I have to thank you for that. Now, what is going to come? The current progress of the channel is it's doing fantastic. I have done a lot better in the past few months in the channel since I decided to concentrate more on gaming instead of the other stuff. Like, I dropped the whole amateur anime review series. I dropped a couple other things here or there. And I just decided to concentrate on gaming, and that's what I'm going to be doing, as it says. And also, as it says, I have brought back a new series, the Warriors Geeky News. I did initially discontinue that, mainly because I just didn't have time to edit the stuff that I wanted to do. But I ended up saying, let's try bringing it back, and let's try keeping it a bit more quicker format. So I will talk a wee bit more about that in a minute, but so far the channel's done really, really well. Ever since I decided to just concentrate on gaming, we've grown, we've got bigger. I've gained more subscribers and I've gained more views, and I can't thank you. And I actually got my second payment, and I actually got my payment from YouTube in 2 months. I think it's like a combination of 3 months. I got it in October. I think it says I got a payment in October within 2 months. Like, I think the way is I earned enough to get paid off YouTube in 1 month in December, but I had money backlogged, so I got that money as well that was paid to me. So thanks to using all the views we got in December, I got paid, which I thank you for. And it wasn't much. It wasn't like £100,000 or anything. It wasn't much. It was under 100. I'll say that much. And that money did go towards getting The Wolf Among Us and some new stuff, which I will actually show one of the things here in a minute or two, because it's pretty damn cool. But as you can see, the thing right there, and also them back there. I will get to them in a minute. Yeah, thank you so much for that. And if the views keep going out the way it is, I'll be earning maybe £30 a month. If the views continue, as it says, it's always finicky. I don't want to say that, but I'm going to be honest, that £30 a month helps a lot. Like, I don't have a job, I'm unemployed, I'm at university. In all honesty, my university's not going too well. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably already know this. I didn't do too well in my exams. I have all exams coming up, and my university's not going too well, unfortunately. And if I don't do well at university, I don't think I'll get a good job after university, and even then I guarantee I probably won't. And really, as it is, any kind of money I can earn off YouTube, that's be fine. I've got this goal that I at least want to be able to get paid monthly off YouTube. I don't care how much. I don't care if it's only £30 or £50 a month. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I don't care about that. I don't care how much money I earn, as long as I earn some money that I can put away. Because in all honesty, I do put all the money that goes from the channel towards more stuff for the channel. And £30 a month is a game, is a maintenance for my computer, is it a license for a software, or Skype payments. That's what it's good for, and that's what I really do use all the money that I earn off YouTube for, is to help improve this channel. That's what I do it for, and that money comes from you, and I can't thank you enough for that. So as it says, any money I earn does go towards that, and I think that's about all the stuff I can say about that. As it says, if you noticed, like last week, I brought back a new series. I brought back, as I mentioned, the Warriors Geeky News. That was a series I started back a few months back. I did discontinue it because I just didn't have time to edit, unfortunately. I didn't have time to edit the way I like to, but I decided to bring it back for one simple reason. I said, I'll bring it back, but let's make it short. Let's make it under 10 minutes, and let's make it only 3 stories. That's what I'm going to be doing with that series now. The Warriors Geeky News will only be about 3 stories per video. A little intro, and then a little something, me talking about no more than maybe 2 or 3 minutes on each topic. And the topics that I'll pick, I'll have a look through the gaming news from GameSpot, IGN, all the usual places, and look at just 3 quick stories that I can cover. Stories that I personally find interesting, I think you will find interesting. I'm not going to cover like big, super duper epic news. Super news and epic news like that, if I find it interesting enough, I'll do a full video on it. We quickie stuff like game announcements, secrets that have been revealed, that kind of thing I'll do it. And of course, as I say in there, if you want me to talk about any of these, any particular quickie story that you think, even a Kickstarter if you want, all you have to do is just tell me about it. Tweet me, Facebook me, message me. I've got an email account for the channel now, scottishwarrior92@gmail.com. Send me an email with Warriors Geeky News on it, and I will use that story if I can, and I will credit the person who sent it to me. So it's up to you. Hopefully this series can continue, and hopefully I can make it a weekly series. I am going to make it at the end of every week. Like every Friday, I'm aiming to get a Warriors Geeky News out, and it doesn't take that long to edit, and it doesn't take much. It takes a bit of effort. I need to research, I need to look shit up, and then it takes about maybe an hour and a half worth of it. It takes about 15 minutes of editing, and then I need to wait for it to render, and then I need to convert it to make it into a smaller file size so it uploads faster to YouTube and still looks decent. So it does take a bit more effort than my usual videos, but even then I still want to keep doing it because I do enjoy doing the Warriors Geeky News. I had a fucking blast doing that video, and I didn't mind editing it. It was fun as hell, and I definitely will continue that series, and you seem to enjoy it as well. So stories for Warriors Geeky News, all you have to do is send me stories you want me to talk about, and if I think it's worth talking about, I'll talk about it. Simple as. But I will look. I'm going to do it every Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to look for stories, and then I'm going to just pick 3 ones that I think are the most interesting. That's the way I'm going to do it. Oh, I may as well just say this. I have to thank yous for this. I got a headset. I have a headset with lights now. I know it's stupid. I got a gaming headset because well, I needed one. My old heads, the purple ones that you've seen me wear for quite a while, actually dug into my ears and actually pushed right back there. And I actually was found have caused some bleeding behind my ears. Like they've actually caused my glasses to dig in to the point where they drew blood. So I had to be very careful with them for a while. Now I'm still going to use them for headsets, but I really picked up this headset because I needed one, and there's so many fucking headsets out there. I asked on the clan like what ones. Some people linked me to these ones. These are budget ones. These were £55. I'm not going to say too much, but these are the, where's the box? That's the box. It's right here. The Ozone Rage 7HX 7.5 surround sound headset. I picked these up for some reviews I read, and also due to a person I follow called Living Pink. Just saying, I'm actually going to fix these because they don't need to be like that because they fit fine like that. Living Pink, she's a YouTuber and Twitch streamer. She also works at Ubisoft. And she did a video on these a while back, and I added them to my wish list. I said, if I can, I'll pick these up. And so far, I'm going to. Now, if you want me to review these, let me know. As I said, I'm not a big reviewer of headsets, but as I say, if you want me to give me my opinion on these, let me know, and I will do an in-depth review of them and give you not a techie review of them, but a personal gamer's review of them. I'm not going to go into the technical jargon like, oh, they sound amazing with this. I'm just going to say, are they good? Are they comfortable? And that kind of thing. So let me know if you want me to review these, and maybe the Weons can go into gaming peripherals now. Like as I said, Weon doesn't have just to be games. It can be gaming peripherals as well. So let me know if you want me to give me my opinion on these. I just got them today, but so far I can say they are fucking phenomenal. I absolutely love them so far. I definitely will be wearing them a lot for gaming. Surround sounds awesome. So I just wanted to get that. I said, if you want me to review them, let me know, and I will do a full-on Weon of it. I'll give you my opinion on them. As there's what else come up chances, if you haven't seen already, I am doing a Let's Play of, the Let's Play of The Wolf Among Us. If you've been following it, is going to be finished uploading by time, the full Let's Play will be up by the time this video goes up, which this video will probably go up maybe a day after, or maybe the same day, I'm not too sure yet, I'm deciding right now. But I am very pleased with The Wolf Among Us. I am pleased that a lot of people are enjoying it. The stream isn't doing, I did stream them, if you don't know. I did stream it on Friday and Sunday. I guess the Sunday one was last very short notice, and not a lot of people have been coming over to the streams that don't involve D&D or when I'm with other people. If it's just me playing a game, I'm lucky if I get maybe 10, maybe 20 people, which I'm not going to bitch and moan about. That's 10, 20 people who were kind enough to come over my stream and watch, and I thank you every one of them who came over. I will be trying to do a regular stream every at least once a week. I've been a bit short-sighted on that because unfortunately after university I'm completely shattered. Today wasn't too bad, so that's why I can do this. But I am going to try and stream at least once a week. I'll try and keep it on Fridays. I'm not too sure yet. So far when it comes to streaming once a week, it's just been restricted to D&D right now. And I will let you know what's going to happen in this video as well. We are doing D&D, don't worry about it. But I really want to just stream gameplay for a while, because I am enjoying that. And I will be streaming any new games I get as well. As is, when I eventually get a PS4, which is unfortunately isn't linked to Lightly anytime soon, I will stream any new games. Any game that I'm thinking about Wii on, that I'm going to do a Wii on of, I'm thinking about doing streams of, because I like playing games by myself. I enjoy playing a lot of games by myself, but I also love streaming games as well. I absolutely love it. And I would mind doing that more often, like actually streaming the game, playing it, and for a Wii on, like I'm gonna review it. You can come watch me, and keeping it on. I'd say mainly I'd say that's Let's Plays and all. That's Let's Plays. Let's Play, or any kind of Let's Play I'm going to do, is going to be Twitch only, unfortunately. Due to YouTube and the whole bullshit with the copyright does, I'm not going to risk doing big budget games, big retail releases on here, because too risky right now with the whole YouTube copyright thing. Telltale aren't too bad. A few other companies aren't too bad. I am going to research. I have to actually look at the companies that I can do stuff that I can put YouTube stuff up on. So that's the main reason I say Telltale's okay, but other big games aren't. So I will be, as is any kind of game that I'm going, the AAA game that I'm going to be doing a Wii on of, or actually going to play, I'm probably going to stream it, and it will be Twitch only because of the whole YouTube third party thing. Fuck you, YouTube. But yeah, that's about everything it is. Now the Twitch, as it says, Twitch is going to be much more frequent as it is. And then while we're on the topic of Twitch, may as well talk about this. I just use this up. The D&D. I have now got these three D&D books. These are Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition. I got these out of the recommendation of Koibu, Ikyo Neil Erickson. He's the dungeon master for the roleplay series for Roleplay Solo, Misclicks, and Dicing with Death. He's a big DM guy, and he's also an awesome streamer, by the way. You should really check him if you haven't already. He's the main reason I got into. He's the main reason, along with the rest of the roleplay cast, the original one, Roleplay Solemn as it is now, which is a series of basically some people playing D&D, which is fucking hilarious, and I highly recommend it. They're the main reason I wanted to get more into D&D. I've played a little bit in the past, but I picked these books up primarily of his recommendation. He says that they're actually really good, and I have been reading through them. For anyone who's wondering, this is the Dungeon Master Guide, the Monster Manual, and the Player's Handbook. This has everything you would need to run a D&D campaign. These are the 3 books you only really need. I'm going to say this right now, getting all 3 of them wasn't cheap, because, yeah, they had £75 for all 3. I'll say that. I wanted to get them and had some money spare, so I said, fuck it, I'll treat myself and get these 3. I'm going to be reading through these quite a lot to get preparing for, of course, the Dragon Age D&D I do with Ability Drain, Lady Tani, and GamerMD83. That's going to continue. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do it last Saturday due to some technical issues with Ability Drain's camera and microphone. For some strange reason, our computer wasn't picking them up. We might have figured out what the problem was, but we have to wait until Wednesday to find out. But D&D hopefully will continue on this Saturday. I'm going to have to talk with the cast and see if they're okay doing it this Saturday. And that does give me time to actually read through all these books. Now I'm not actually reading through the entirety of the books. I'm actually looking at rule sets, having looks at stuff. I had quite a look through the Dungeon Master Guide and a lot of good stuff in it that I can use. It says like I now have actual weight system I can use. But mostly I've been looking through this, the Monster Manual. There's some cool ass fucking monsters in this. I'm not fucking lying. There are cool ass monsters in this. I love this book. I literally just I've done this at least twice, or every now and then. Yeah, I will literally just skim through it and look at there. I feel like there's like 20 pages on dragons alone. You thought Dragon Age had dragons? No, this has fucking dragons. This is awesome. There's so many fucking cool dragons and different races and monsters, and So much cool shit. I could literally flick through this and read through it the whole day. I'm trying to find something cool to show you right now. I'm just having a quick look through and try to find the one that I want to show you. It's one that I've ended up reading the most of. I just can't remember the page. Where the fuck is it? There's an entire section on lycanthropy, and there's some cool lycanthropy things here. There's also mermaids. Here they are. Lycanthropy creatures. The range from, you know, your standard lycan, your werewolf, but there's also sea-wolf lycans, werebats, werebears, wereboars, werefox women, wererats, weretiger, wereraven, and of course your standard werewolf. So much cool shit! I'm in love with this book. And by the way, it used to help get these books as well. I would have only been able to get 2 books. And I was just going to get the Player's Handbook and the Dungeon Master Guides. So the Monster Manual, you guys got me that with the help out with the channel. So thank you so much for that. Well, now the party has to get ready for the fact that I now have proper fucking rules. I'm going to be the evil dick. I know, but I am having a blast in the Dungeons & Dragons D&D version with the people. I'm in love with DMing. I love dungeon mastering. It's fucking awesome. I get to write the story. I get to make the world. I've taken the Dragon Age universe, but I have stated many times that it's my version of the Dragon Age. I have modified it. It's an alternative universe compared to the Dragon Age universe. While a lot of the things are maybe similar, there are big changes here or there. I'm not going to say what yet. I'm still working on it, especially with the Monster Manual. A lot of the monsters in the Dungeons & Dragons game, Dungeons & Dragons, aren't in Dragon Age. At least not yet. I want to use a lot of these, so I'm going to be cheating with the lore a little bit. Forgive me, please. But it's the way I want to do it, because while I love Dragon Age, I absolutely love it. It's got cool monsters. Darkspawn, dragons, and some really cool ones we haven't seen yet. There's actually a couple of cool monsters in the World of Thedas books that I read, that monsters that we haven't come across yet in the games that I can't wait to see. But compared to Dungeons & Dragons, holy shit, there's some cool ass shit in there. So, shit, don't fall. So I will be reading through the Monster Manual a lot more to monsters that would make... I'm not going to, add, let me just fucking find a random one in here. I'm not going to be adding in... I'm not going to be adding this thing in. This thing here. I'm not going to be adding this thing, which is a... Catoglebus. I'm not going to be adding a Catoglebus. I'm not going to be adding one of them. I'm not going to be adding dinosaurs. I'm looking at monsters that would make sense for them to be in the Dragon Age universe. That's what I'm looking at right now, because I really want to use a good few of these monsters in the campaign. I'm not going to say which ones just yet, because I know the party all too well. They'll look shit up. But I am looking forward to the next session. Hopefully it will be this weekend. I'm not too sure. I have to verify it with the party. But thank you so much for helping me get these books, clan. I paid for 2 of them myself, but the Monster Manual you helped me get. So thank you so much for that. And I will be reading through this. And I'm not going to lie, there's some cool races in here that you can play that aren't in Dragon Age. And I'm going to cheat the lore again, because there's some cool options in here. And I fucking love them. You already know one. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know one of them is aquatic elves. Elves who live underwater. They're not mermaids. They're aquatic elves. And they're cool as shit. I want to play one. It's just unfortunately I'm not a DM. I don't have any friends who know how to DM. I'd love to. I'm gonna be honest. I'd love to play a character at one point, but I just write up characters now. I'd love to play a character, but at the moment I don't have. I'm the DM, and unfortunately the other party don't know how to DM yet, and I don't know if they want to learn a DM. Maybe in the future, as is, I am looking to maybe do other Dungeons & Dragons themed series, like the Mass Effect one. A lot of people have been asking for that. I am working on that. I don't have a lot of time to work on it. I have to concentrate on the Dragon Age one right now, and University. But once I finish University, if I can, I'll try and work around to doing a Mass Effect themed Dungeons & Dragons D&D thing. I think it'll probably be the same party, maybe plus one other person. As is, I am maybe thinking about... I'm not gonna lie, I am thinking about adding another person to the Dragon Age one yet. Now, but at the moment I'm happy with the 3 party member thing. A lot of you have said, oh, you got to get a 4th person in there somehow. A lot of you have said, oh, why don't you just play a character Scottish? I can't play a character because I'm the DM. I don't trust myself to play a character. I really don't at the moment with my DMing skills. So a lot of people have said, "Oh, why don't you just get a fourth person? We don't have any other person who we don't. I don't know anyone else who'd be willing to join us. I don't honestly. I don't know. I don't know if Ability maybe knows someone, or I don't. I wouldn't mind adding another party member to it, but it has to be someone who can work around our schedules, or maybe we'll just do a rotating guest party member. I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. Like Misclicks do. I might do a Misclicks and just have a guest party member every now and then. That may be good for shits and giggles. But at the moment, as I said, I am working on it, and I am working making the campaign more enjoyable. And that's something that I didn't expect to be popular. It's actually really popular. It's actually some of my most viewed videos right now. Some of them get a couple hundred views. And I will continue it. I am hoping to continue doing it. I absolutely love it, and hopefully we can continue it. And that is going to be right now. Due to the fact that the Legion of Geeks is no more, we are going to try and keep it on a weekly basis right now. It just depends on our schedules. It won't be I can say this right now. Not all of us can do it weekly basis every single week. We will probably maybe do one bi-weekly every now and then, but right now we're trying to do it every week. Just get D&D out there. And I don't know if we're going. I don't know anything else, any other plans at the moment, but we will try and do the D&D more often. We'll try to go weekly here because I enjoy doing it. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that's coming up on the channel? Right now, as I says, I am restricted with games. As I says, I do pick up games that I think of. Now, as I says, there are other games out there that I'm thinking about Wii-owning, but as I says, right now, as I says, there's not a lot of Wii-ons out there I can do right now. There is something I asked on Twitter that I'm going to ask here. I have been tossing around with the idea of actually playing a game, but role-playing the character that I'm playing. Now, as it is, it's only role-playing games. I know one of the suggestions was Witcher. I'm not going to do that because that's Geralt of Rivia. It may be an RPG, but that's Geralt of Rivia. He's already the guy. I'm talking about playing a character that I become the character. Sort of like the way Gopher does it. If you've never watched Gopher's video, I'd highly recommend. He's on my recommended channels on my channels to go and subscribe to. He's absolutely fantastic the way he does it. And I've been watching a lot. He does Skyrim and Fallout, and he's been playing a lot of it. He plays those are the games he really plays, and he's awesome at it. And he mods it. He mods the shit out of it. He's a fucking great mod maker and a modder as well. Mod maker and modded playthrough. And I'd asked to go on Twitter if Fallout or Skyrim would be a good one. Some people are saying do it, and some people are saying no, don't do it, it's been done to death. And then one of the games that was suggested was Jade Empire. That was actually Billy Drain that suggested that. Now, I did originally start a Jade Empire playthrough in Grandmaster mode ages ago. Part 1's the only thing that was up. It wasn't really a playthrough, it was just going to be some testing. But I absolutely love Jade Empire. And I honestly think that is actually a really good game to RP. Like, if I can do it right, I could do an RP of Jade Empire. I could make a character, do a little intro explaining how who this character is, the way I imagined them. Now, as is, it's very limiting. As it is, Jade Empire is limited with the character. It doesn't really have a character creation system. You only have certain presets you have. But I am thinking about doing that. Now, here's the thing. It wouldn't be like a standard Let's Play. It would be called something else. It wouldn't be a Warriors play. It would be the Warrior role plays or something like that. And I really want to do that. It would only be a weekly series though. At the moment, I don't have a lot of time. As is, the games that I do play, I play to either enjoy or do Wii-ons of. That's the way I do it. So I've got plenty of games on fucking Steam that I haven't even got to yet. But Jade Empire is one of those ones that I could play maybe once a week, do an hour long gameplay set, maybe an hour and a half, and upload. Now, as is, this would be a weekly thing, and I would have to make an hour long because I think that'd be a really good thing, in my opinion. And I would roleplay the character. That's what I've been thinking about doing. Now, a couple of people suggested this ages ago, and it has been mulling over in my head to actually do it. Because when I play an RPG, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of roleplay it. I become the character. That's what I do. So I'm going to do that. I think I will start that series maybe either this week or next week. And I think the first game I'm going to do it with is Jade Empire. Because if you don't know this, I love Jade Empire. I absolutely think this is one of the best BioWare games BioWare has ever made. And a lot of people haven't played it. I think not a good chunk of people have played it, but a lot of people have. Whenever I talk about BioWare and I say, "Oh, one of my favorite BioWare games is Jade Empire," a lot of people answer and say, "Oh, I've never played that. How good is it?" And I think I really would. A lot of Ability said it best. Why don't I educate the masses about Jade Empire? So here's what I'm thinking about doing. here's what I'm going to try. I'm actually going to I might actually start it this week and maybe make it a Thursday series. Like on Thursday, you will have the roleplay. Like I roleplay or Warrior role plays Jade Empire Part 1, that kind of thing. You might get that this week. I'm going to install Jade Empire the night. I think I've modded Jade Empire. My previous save on Jade Empire, I think I might still have the mods on my old hard disk. I'll need to double check that. But there are mods for Jade Empire. Not big mods, just decent mods. Now this wouldn't be 100% playthrough. If I'm going to be role-playing the character, and I'm going to say this right now, I'm doing Way of the Open Palm. For those that don't know, Way of the Open Palm is the good path in Jade Empire, which technically isn't right, but I'll explain that a little bit more. But I will be doing the Open Palm. I don't like the Closed Fist. I'm a good guy. I can't do evil things in a game. I'm sorry. Even though the way Jade Empire words it and describes it, the Way of the Open Palm and the Way of the Closed Fist aren't actually good or evil. It's just the path you follow. It's a bit iffy at some points, but it's actually a really good theology in my opinion if you look at it the way it's described. And Jade Empire is full of that, by the way. So that's the way I'm thinking about doing it. Now, if you want to see that, please let me know. I need to know you want to see that. Now, I'm going to start it this week, and I'm starting it this week. I'm going to actually install Jade Empire tonight. Oh, I actually need to leave it to install because my internet's fucking shit. Excuse me. I'm going to leave it to install tonight, and I'm going to try and get the first episode out by Thursday. As in, I'll probably play maybe an hour tomorrow because it's not a busy day at uni. And I'm going to get it. I'm going to edit. I'm going to do an intro. And I'm going to do an intro. I'll try and get the intro up by tomorrow, explaining the character that I am, the character who I'm going to play. And then I'll get the first official part out. Now, as it is, right now, I'm very comfortable doing Jade Empire because it is an older game. So I'm very comfortable doing that. Now, if there so happens to be there is copyright issues, I will fight it, don't worry. But I really want to do this series because I think it'd be very interesting. So that's something I'm going to be doing, and hopefully I will be starting it this week. Other than that, I don't think there's much else I can say. Don't think so. Anything else? I'm going to be watching Madoka Magica and Riddick. Don't know why that relates to the channel, but I felt like saying it. No, but I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else other than thank you for watching. Hopefully, as I say, this channel keeps going. If I could maybe turn to something more greater than that, it'd be great, but I highly doubt it. Other than that, I think that's about it. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this wasn't too long of an update. And I can't wait to start the series that I've talked about and also to hear your input. So, please let me know if any of the ideas I've mentioned here sound good or completely utter horse shit. Let me know. Be honest. I can take it. Be gentle. But yeah, I think that's about it. So, thank you for watching. As always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92. I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now. Mwah.